Analyzing codependent dynamics in relationships involving alcoholics and gamblers. Understanding the impact on mental health and relationship stability. Codependency is a complex emotional and behavioral condition that often arises within relationships marred by addiction, such as those involving alcoholics or gamblers. This relationship dynamic not only perpetuates the addictive behaviors, but also profoundly affects the mental health of both partners. This article delves into how codependent relationships develop, their impact on the individuals involved, and differentiates these dynamics from those involving minor acts of rebellion and serious crimes. The emergence of codependency in high-stakes relationships. Foundations of codependent relationships. Defining codependency, originally recognized in the context of alcohol addiction. Codependency describes a relationship where one partner, the enabler, consistently allows another's addiction or poor behaviors, the dependent, to dictate the terms of the relationship. This often stems from an excessive and sometimes unhealthy emotional reliance on maintaining the relationship, regardless of the person's cost. Psychological roots. Codependency often develops from a mixture of early childhood experiences and personal relationship histories. Individuals who grew up in unstable households or who were taught to repress their needs to appease others are particularly susceptible to codependent relationships. Characteristics specific to alcoholics and gamblers. Unpredictability and financial strain. Relationships with alcoholics and gamblers are characterized by unpredictability and financial instability. The erratic behavior associated with these addictions can lead to severe emotional disturbances in both partners. And enabling behaviors. Enablers often pay debts, lie to cover up misdeeds, or even partake in the addictive behavior to maintain peace in the relationship. This not only sustains the addiction, but also erodes the enabler's self-esteem and mental health. Impact on mental health effects on the dependent partner, alcoholic gambler. Avoidance of responsibility. The dependent partner often avoids taking responsibility for their actions due to the safety net provided by the enabler. This lack of accountability can exacerbate the addiction and hinder recovery efforts. Worsening health outcomes. Addiction coupled with codependency can lead to deteriorating physical and mental health, increased risk of mental disorders such as depression, and heightened suicide risks. Effects on the enabling partner. Emotional drain. The constant stress and chaos, along with the emotional roller coaster often associated with addiction, highs of winning or sobriety followed by lows of losses or relapses, can lead to significant psychological distress. Loss of self-identity. Enablers often lose their sense of self to the relationship, their need to be needed, fear of abandonment, and the mistaken belief that they can change their partner can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. Differentiating from minor acts of rebellion and serious crimes. Codependency from minor rebellions. Nature of rebellions. Minor acts of rebellion, such as occasional drug use or petty theft, might not always create codependent relationships. These behaviors, while potentially problematic, don't usually invoke the same level of chronic enabling or emotional entanglement as seen with serious addictions. Impact on relationships. While these constrain relationships, they do not typically lead to the profound and systemic breakdowns in relationships dominated by serious addictive behaviors. Codependency from serious criminal behavior. Greater stakes involved. Relationships involving serious crimes, e.g. drug trafficking, major theft, often see similar or even more intense codependent dynamics due to the higher stakes involved. The consequences of criminal activities can create extreme stress and pressure on the enabler to maintain the relationship and cover up behaviors. Legal and ethical dilemmas. Unlike minor rebellions or even addiction, serious crimes introduce significant legal repercussions that can complicate the enabling behavior, often leading to more severe mental health crises and ethical dilemmas. Strategies for addressing codependency. Recognizing the signs, awareness and acknowledgement. The first step in addressing codependency is recognizing the signs within the relationship. Acknowledgement from both partners that their dynamic is unhealthy is crucial. Therapeutic interventions, individual and couples. Therapy. Both partners may benefit from therapy to address their individual issues and to work on healthier relationship patterns. Therapy can help the dependent tackle addiction while providing the enabler with strategies to regain their autonomy. Support structures, support groups, engaging with groups such as Al-Anon, CODA, Codependence Anonymous, or Gam-Anon can be invaluable. These organizations offer support and guidance based on shared experiences and proven coping strategies. Conclusion. The relationship dynamics involving alcoholics and gamblers can often become breeding grounds for codependency, significantly impacting the mental health of both partners. By understanding the underlying mechanisms of codependency and actively